unction, you feeling it. You feeling it, feel the unction, you feeling it. You telling me jump until the morning. Hear this, something telling me jump, something telling me wait, something telling me this is the end. I can feel the spirit, it calling me, the spirit calling me, the spirit, it calling me. Stop and jump around if you feel the spirit, it calling me, the spirit calling me, the spirit, it calling me. Stop and jump around. So when it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands up. When it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands. When it call, you must answer. Respond with your hands up. When it call, you must answer. Respond up. In my flesh, in my bone, I can feel it up in my soul. Lighting up everything I know, everything I know. Hey, this is love, this is growth, this is vision, and this is hope. So God's spirit bless in this world. Come and let it show. That is all day. His spirit telling me jump until the morning. And we're not going to stop until we fall. We're ready for the road. Yeah. The spirit is calling me. The spirit calling me. The spirit is calling me. Stop and jump around. You feel the spirit is calling me. The spirit calling me. The spirit is calling me. Stop and jump around. Somebody take me home. Somebody take me home. Somebody take me home. Somebody take me home. So many places in the world. So many beautiful things to see. But when I compared to home, from paradise, SPG. So from the hills to the mountains, high. The man, every woman, every child. If you want to be fancy, put your hands up high. And let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Take a drive to the countryside. Drop the window and feel the vibe. There's no other place I'd rather be. My pretty girl by my side. I tell them all the while, we don't have no go in our aisle. But we have wonderful people, rich with beautiful smiles. From the hills to the mountains, high. Every man, every woman, every child. If you want to be fancy, put your hands up high. And let me hear you say, this island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. Jump and say, jump and say, jump and say. This island is mine. This island is mine.
It could be water, it could be rum, it could be any sea, everything going down.
It could be water, it could be rum, it could be any sea, everything going down. Cause the water's over me. And I'm bouncing to the ground, it's over me. Now watch the girl learn when go down and the gang like it. Like it. Down and the gang like it.
Be so rude, darling. We don't really watch face. Don't we have your friend, but
It's in
you
New York by me.
we don't know how everything
Let me source itself.
But you get smiled by the bar. You get played by the case. So if your feelings are problem, well, tonight you will know your place. Sweating and them to that passing. Send for the punch and bring on the Bacardi. There's plenty bottles line up like on our
already.
We go do it just like the other day. We don't care what people say. It could be water, it could be rum, it could be anything, everything going down. It could be water, it could be rum, it could be anything, everything going down. Cause the bottles over me, bottles over me, and I walk into the bottles over me. Don't watch the girl and wine go down on the ground like down on the ground like Photo clipping, just seen. I'm in the bottle in my hand, bringing force like a beam. And if you come inside, you know what you're getting in. And if you have no vibes, go with your team. Cause you like to watch me live. When we come to Melody, me and the posse just be going. We in and out like a never again. Look before you leave.
The guys thought that you were getting away from it. I had to play one before the Brother C and Marshall comes on. Remember, it's the morning school. It's the interactive side of things here on the Star. Remember, it's the month of February. Yep, we're celebrating 6 years of the biggest project ever undertaken in SVG. It was done by this government, led by Dr. Ralph E. Gonzalez. Thought you would get it away. No, you ain't getting away. So the Brother C and Marshall is here already. Ready and ready to go, as usual.
2001, when the journey began, we knew the road ahead would not be easy, but we prevailed and held the wheel, building our SPG for everything. See, look at progress for all to see. Yes, we're working very hard to build this country. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching you and me on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Oh, yes, we're
standing firm for another term. Too far to turn back now. Thank you very much, Nell, and for that reminder of where we are. Hold on, let me turn this down here. And it's a beautiful Monday morning here in St. Vincent. Let me say good morning to all those of you. Again, we're streaming live on YouTube on our Star Morning Scoop channel. The link is on the Star Morning Scoop Facebook page. So just go on the page, click the link, and you'll find us on YouTube. I got some really good comments from different individuals who's tuned in on YouTube and streamed. They said the stream has a better quality, a better sound, and more than that, at least 2-3 individuals said to me they were able to cast it on their television from their phones. And for those with smart TVs, YouTube has an app. There's a YouTube app on the TV itself. So you go on a smart TV, you find a YouTube app, and you watch just like how you're watching CNN. So I think that is really good. So for those of you, and I said we're going to try and do it on both platforms when they come back. So for those of you who haven't gotten used to the YouTube yet, just give it a few days. I mean, I know you like, but you would get your Facebook back, eh? You'd get your Facebook back, so don't worry. I know you like, I know you love your Facebook, but you can do the same things on YouTube that you do on Facebook. You can comment, you can do what have you. So just give it a few days, try and get used to the feel. But once it comes back, we'll be doing it on both platforms. All right. So it's a beautiful morning, Marissa. I see you on already. And who else on the live stream? Plenty people on, but not plenty, because it doesn't have more than that. But at least the live see that we have some people on. So yeah. Now, wow, yeah. Now this morning, I shared this information on WFM this morning, but I want to bring it back here. I want to continue the discussion here because what I realize, and maybe it's unfortunate that I'm just coming to the realization. It's unfortunate that I'm just coming to the realization. But if the ULP didn't have its own radio station, if the ULP didn't take this very strong approach towards information dissemination, we might have been in serious trouble. Because people get away with a lot of things. And unfortunately, one of the things that they get away with is the consistent spreading of misinformation. This happens right across the board. If we didn't have Star Radio that shines through, that comes through to advance government information, the party information, let people know what the party has been doing, office, and put it into context. Able to dispel and counteract and debunk some of the rubbish that goes on out there. Would have been problems. Would have been real problems. Because when you turn on to a number of other stations, you have announcers with their agenda, whatever their agenda is or agendas are. You have people on a quest to get ratings. And we seem to live in a society where the more outlandish the comments, the higher the ratings. It's you look at what is going on in the US, for example, and this whole discussion about fake news, and those individuals, those institutions, organizations that are just out there to give information have it real hard. And the truth is, there has been a lot of propaganda and rhetoric in the US, anti-immigration and so forth, that pushed by the Republicans to create fear, that you find the Democrats have to spend a lot of time on the back foot dealing with those. The issue, of course, is well, let me put it differently. On the other hand, you have the Democrats with their own agenda as well. Something that the Republicans refer to as the woke agenda, that I think in many instances go way too far. But the Republicans are all too happy to use those things as well and stoke fears. A lot of them don't make no sense at all. But the Republicans are all too happy to use those things to stoke fears of the voters. And so you come home, because I started home. Morning, Miss Rivera. You come home and you see something similar. You see serious effort spent on misinformation, on lies, to trigger Vincentians and create a type of emotional response. And this happens across the board with almost everything in our society. They grow legs, and before you know it, the trending topic on radio and on social media has zero basis, is completely false, but it's trending. It's trending. Like recently, you heard about the school at Sandy Bay, the projection of the school of Sandy Bay increasing from 13 million to from 12 million to 32 million dollars. That was false. That was never said. But that became the trending story. And so if you didn't have Star Radio, and then if you didn't have individuals within the ULP's media apparatus, as well as you had nimble government operations at the APA and so forth to go and do their interviews and put information out there, that may still have been trending, but it was able to get shut down quickly. And so it really makes me sit back, reflect, and be grateful and thankful for Star Radio. Grateful, thankful for Star Radio. Because this is where we are able to put out factual information. Now, the thing about factual information is this: it matters not whether you believe. The factual nature of the information does not change simply because you, whoever you are, don't believe. We breathe in oxygen. Oxygen is in the air. Whether or not you believe oxygen in the air is in the air doesn't change the fact that we have oxygen in the air. It doesn't reduce the content of oxygen in the air. Even if you cock your nose, the oxygen still in the air, plenty oxygen in the air. Your belief or disbelief does not change anything. So where am I going with this morning? Morning, Joseph. Where am I going this morning? The ULP article over the weekend sought to celebrate 6 years since the Argyle International Airport is in existence. 6 years. And it was captioned this way. I'm going to find it. Now, the specific blog that I wanted to look at is Asbot News Network. So on Asbot News Network has the article ULP View. Boy. ULP View. Celebrating 6 years since the miracle at Argyle. Now, when I went to read the article on Asbot News, I saw at the time about 120, 122 comments. And I thought, wow, this really sparked a love. Like people really celebrating, I mean, I in my mind I'm thinking congratulations, well done, Argyle, those type of things, congratulatory messages. It's 6 years. It's 6 years. Before Argyle, we had E.T. Joshua, which allowed regional flights predominantly. There was one time when we had the American Eagle, but that flew to Puerto Rico, but that has since stopped. And then now we have the airport at Argyle, the international airport at Argyle, which has allowed us to have not just regional air travel, but direct international air travel. So I could imagine in my mind 122 comments. I'm like thinking, wow, people are really celebrating Argyle International Airport. Instead, I got these kind of comments. Me here still can't find a flight to SVG from Canada for June. Well, I know plenty people who coming from Canada in May, in June, in July, direct on Air Canada. Right? This person says, you see why I did love the Iti Joshua Airport? People are actually talking about going back to Iti Joshua Bling. And Iti Joshua was doing a better job, you know. Let me put on my glasses because my glasses too good. And it's because anyway. So this person says, all right, there's a conversation between two people, Max Walker and Lick Jeffers. Now it's a public thing, so I guess it's public. The name it's a public forum. I could call in. Max says LY is sweet. Lick Jeffers says Max Walker talk about one-sided. They're gonna write all that, but no mention of the progress. Man, just show us the stats, data, and let common sense prevail. Max responds, Let Jeffers, the stats shows it's a failure. It's empty most of the time, literally empty. One person says that's why let's brag about same kids. All middle night playing a land down. But when the Argyle is donkey and cattle, you don't say a ball. Right? Okay, this one I feel she bright. But anyhow. Well, somebody apparently was listening to me. Somebody was listening to me on WFM Bling because 21 minutes ago, the person said, I heard Cian Marshall reading this stupid comment on radio and came to see if someone really wrote it. Of course, the airport is a miracle. Do you have any idea what that area looked like before the airport? Several mountains had to be moved, rivers had to be spanned and diverted, etc. No one thought an airport could have gone there. So yes, it was a miracle, especially since it was built beginning at a time when the world was in the worst depression ever. You people are blind because you refuse to see. At the beginning of March, we will have American airline landing every day. So shut your unpatriotic mouth. That airport was a miracle, and it will go from strength to strength. Well, Lord, this boss want to take on the individual who wrote the comment. Oh my Lord! Now, so Jeffers wants to see the stats. Max, it's mostly empty. And Miss Bradley, Ivona Bradley said instead of long-winded verbiage, I guess she lost a new word, just present the data. Show us the increase in flights, tourists, and exports. Let the numbers do the talking. Well, the thing about it, Ivona, and I really hate having to do this, but this is what exists out there. You want us to show the data of increased flights. Well, you know what? Let me put it this way. I ain't dotish. I ain't retarded. I could see. So let's see. Iti Joshua, only Liat. Regional travel. Right, everyone? Argyle, 2 flights from Miami every week. One on Wednesday, one on Saturday. That's American Airline. Caribbean Airline, 2 flights from New York every week. One on Wednesday, one on Saturday. That's 4. Air Canada Rouge or Air Canada, whatever it is. I don't know. I see a big discussion on Facebook the other day whether it's Rouge or Air Canada. Same thing. Potato, potato. 2 flights directly from Canada. One on Tuesday, one on Friday. That's 6. Virgin Atlantic, 2 flights a week. One on Wednesday, one on Sunday. That's 8. You want paper. You want data. You want me to show you data, first of all, to show increased flights. The common sense that, wait, 4 airlines operating 8 flights in total weekly that we never had at E.T. Joshua happening now at Argyle. Imagine that's an argument and a discussion we're having on a Monday morning. What are they today? Monday the 19th of that too. Monday the 20th of February 2003. I have to come on Star Radio and on WFM to tell people that listen, flights increase since we at Argyle. Imagine that. Because apart from one individual, well, a few of them didn't like the use of the term miracle. Max thinks it's a failure. Jeffers wants to see the data that flights increase. Ivona Bradley wants to see data. Wants to see data. You want a piece of paper with graphs to show that flights, because you, Ivona, and Lit, and Max, and others cannot just look at what is happening right now and allow common sense to prevail and say flights increasing. Now, as I said, this wasn't a private discussion between 2 individuals or me and an individual. These were all public comments, so I can refer to them because they're in the public domain. I can refer to them because they're in the public domain. So people will see data.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You want to present the data, they still ain't going to believe, so.
And that's a very good point, Blaine. You might be also people want to hear you. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
You present the data, and they still ain't going to believe. Max will still say it's a failure, because they lie.
Yep.
And he loves to say the lie.
Yep. Favorite word.
We can't celebrate. One person even asked, is it even an international airport? Let's take this call.
When you come back.
Right?
When it comes back.
Oh, yeah, you gone? Okay.
Come
One
back.
person even asked if it is an international airport call. Let's take the call. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Marshall. How you do?
I good in the morning.
Why some people only believe in criticizing, eh?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yep.
never see the good.
Nope.
See, and you could imagine if we didn't have an international airport now, how people would leave this country.
Mm-hmm.
People who go into America and all them places and had was to get connecting flights in Barbados and Trinidad. How would I make it with no Liat? So when people talking garbage, I always think about that. You go into Miami, you go straight. Canada, you go straight. England, you go straight. You just land down in Barbados and then you move. Instead of coming off this flight. If we didn't have an international airport, they proper with a smoke pipe. We couldn't get out of here. None at all. So when they talk, I mean, one time I did up subs and within an hour period, it's like 5-6 planes land on it. They're talking about increased flight and all them things. Yeah, some people just love to criticize. I mean, the airport is very important to us. Very, very important.
Well, first of all, Frankie, it takes a certain type of mental attitude to even conceive some of the comments I'm reading. All right? So that was the most disappointing thing for me when I started to go through the comments. But hear this. the issue of intra-regional travel that some people want to lay at the feet of Argyle. Oh, I can't get a plane to go Barbados. I can't get a flight to go to St. Lucia. That is not as a result of
No,
Argyle.
international report.
As a matter of fact, the point that you're making is a fantastic and excellent one. Imagine if all we had was E.T. Joshua when Liat stopped flying. How were we living at all? At least now, you had some challenges with regional travel, but people were able to get to their international destinations because we had international direct flights. But imagine a E.T. Joshua situation where Liat stopped flying, so you can't go international or regional. And some of those comments, I guess the minds are too limited to think like you're thinking.
Yeah, they don't, man. They don't. They just trying to mislead people and paint a bad picture. Yeah.
What I also realized though, especially from Ivona, a lot of them didn't read the article. Didn't read the article.
Oh, me?
No. A lot of the people them who commented on the article didn't read it. They merely read the title. They saw the word celebrate an airport. Well, the word airport wasn't there, but Argyle, which means it's the airport, and the bile started to boil over. That's all. They saw celebrate, they saw Argyle, and they realized celebrating the airport, referred to as a miracle, and boy, they couldn't stand for that. So they came all guns blazing to try and discredit the single largest capital project that we have in this country that is doing so much for country and our economy.
But it's them who said it is a miracle. One of their own said it is a miracle. I mean, I grew up in that area, and I know all them hills and valleys and rivers. You know what I mean? And to put a airport there, you look at that now, you would have never believed that you have hills and valleys there, and rivers to span, rivers and streams. It really is a miracle.
It absolutely is a miracle. It absolutely is a miracle.
I come in at the airport, I just want to talk something. People always run down the education revolution. Now, and what I just said to people, you're giving everybody a chance to go secondary school. I remember in my days, I had some brethren of mine, you were in junior 4, and some of us went to common entrance class, and some went to the other. Remember, these were to junior 5.
Mm-hmm.
Some went to the one, some went to the, and them fellas bawling, man. They cry because they know the chances are going to a secondary school. They basically nearly, except you come back and pass school even. You know? But now you're giving people an opportunity to increase your level of education. When you drop out of school, that is it. But when you move on, you must learn something more in secondary school than what you learn in primary school. And people saying the education revolution is a waste of time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And all them kind of things. But I can't understand people. I mean, me and you know that they have late learners. People who fail common entrance. And because they got the opportunity, they went to secondary school, and yeah, some people got island school. So, what do you think about those people? The chance you give them, help them to improve themselves. So when people talking about education revolution, I will attend that scrap. The other thing too, I went to a barber. So we were talking about Silak. He said, man, that's the stupidest man. Tell me the benefit. And no matter how you talk, you can't and sometimes they don't give you a chance to explain yourself. The mind done clouded. That is a waste of time to be on those things. I say we are being recognized a small country like St. Vincent. And if people could see our Prime Minister with leadership ability and put him there, it must be something good it must say something good about the country. I say we are being recognized all over the world now. Long time, when you go certain places, even when I went in there and I tell them about St. Vincent, they don't have St. Vincent in the database.
Mm-hmm.
There are places like Grenada and things. A lot of places I go, and they don't have St. Vincent. They have to be searching and checking. They have Grenada and them places, but St. Vincent is being recognized now on international scale. I'm listening.
All right, buddy. Thank you so
Cool.
much. Thank you so much. Boy, I some people really came out of the woodwork, boy. They really came out of the woodwork with some of these comments. Like people who have things in their craw. Have things in their craw. People had things in their craw. And Frankie expanded the discussion. Education evolution, SILAC. There is, first of all, keeps in a plenty. A lot of individuals who need the information aren't tuned into where the information could be found. You will not hear a sensible discussion on SILAC on Hot 97, on Boom Radio, and a number of them other stations. You will not. That's a simple truth, because they don't know. So that if that's what you listen to, every morning, then you would not be able to appreciate our presidency of SILAC. Now remember, we are a member of SILAC. We are a member of the community of states of Latin America and the Caribbean. Essentially all of CARICOM is. So what has happened recently is not that we joined SILAC and they're asking what is the point behind SILAC. We've been a member of SILAC from the time SILAC was started. The question now is, or what is happening now is, that we are assuming the presidency for a year. So that we would be leading out in a lot of the discussions and interactions that occur over the year between the group SILAC, the EU, the AU, ASEAN, and so forth. That is what this means. And so we've had to establish a presidential secretariat and here in St. Vincent, of which Dr. Slater, former Minister of Foreign Affairs and former Assistant Secretary General of CARICOM, heads. That's what is happening. But if you're listening to garbage, if you listen to radio stations where individuals are uninformed themselves and as a result cannot inform you, then those are the type of comments I expect from you. You would be unable completely to appreciate the significance of SVG being the president of SILAC. It's as simple as that. And this is not a discussion of capacity. Because all it takes is for whomever the host is to spend some time, do some reading, and if you need certain things explained, reach out to people who can explain it for you. Yeah, I want to take some calls, everybody. Run back in the studio there. We need, you need the information, then ask somebody to explain it for you. Because you don't know. Simple. But you have a bunch of people who don't know, talking every day and misleading others. But you see, the discussion on the airport and where we are today has come about because of the way the opposition decided to deal with the airport. And so that's what you're having now. We have a call. Let's take this call. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, yeah. You remember the words, part of the words of a song that says, "There is none so blind as he who would not see, not he who could not, but would not see." I am alarmed and I'm amazed, rather, that there are people now who would be saying, are querying, are doubting the importance of the Argyle International Airport. Have these people just dropped out of some remote capsule that was launched in space millions of years ago? I don't even know. Listen, when you have mind benders used by a particular political party to bend a people's mind, it seems as though a hopeless case trying to get through to them.
Mm-hmm.
You have mentioned a number of things relating to flights at Argyle. It was some of these same people who criticizing Argyle now and talking about interregional flights were again PM pumping money into Liat to keep it afloat. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now the pandemic came and the realities, the harsh realities of Liat were brought to the fore, and they had to scale an operation. People are feeling the pinch. Some of the people are saying that the airport at Argyle is not beneficial to us. Do they live here? Do they fly out from here to go anywhere? I would suggest if they're overseas and they come in, catch a boat. If they're here and they want to go anywhere, try and catch a boat. Because according to them, the airport doesn't make any sense. I can go and visit my son who is in the army in England, direct flight from Vincent, a stopover in Barbados, and then it's either Heathrow or Gatwick. I can visit my son in Canada, straight flight. Right? If I have friends in the States, if I want to go Orlando, Miami, I get a straight flight to Miami, I just flight over to Orlando. What are these people talking about? You know, this morning I was reminiscing a bit. The St. Vincent Labour Party took this country into independence in 1979. They were voted out of power in 1984, that is 5 years. And in looking back, I realized that what Milton Cato and this party did in 5 years, the NDP tried to erase everything, but what they did in their 17 years was only a fraction of what Cato did in his 5 years. Well, between 2001 and now, there's no comparison. There's absolutely no comparison. So if people still want to live in the dark ages, let them go on, live in the dark ages. Hope one day they're going to wake up to reality. The beautiful thing about Argyle International Airport is this. If you have a shift in the wind system, the planes just take off from the other end. At E.T. Joshua, they mainly had not have taken off with a full load of passengers and all their luggage. Luggage had to be left back. These are some of the realities. And when ignorant people on radio and spout out the mouth or go on social media and writing, they need to educate themselves. They need to know what they're talking about. But there's a difference between the two, the supporters of the two parties in this country. When we talk, we know what we're talking about. We don't just come and run off a mouth about it. Have a good day, sir.
Yes, man. Have a good one. And you're right. You're absolutely right. So we have a situation where individuals feel that they can just quote anything. Anything. And there is no responsibility to ensure that, look, I need to make sure that I have the information. I'm speaking from a factual standpoint. Not just throw out a talk and I hear this and some people say and it is being said. What do you mean it is being said? What does that mean? What does that mean? So we have things happening. In this case, the largest capital project ever. Largest capital project ever. And some individuals decide that no matter what, they are not going to even give the project a chance. They are not going to even give the project a chance. You know, one of the reasons recently, and it's in the news, it's in the media, because I saw one of the comments, oh, let me know how much it is for subsidize the flights on them. One of the comments of the new Prime Minister of Grenada, Deacon Mitchell, regarding air travel is that his government will, Grenada will put money into a regional airline because they are subsidizing international airlines. So why can't they subsidize a regional airline? So those who like to talk to Songbright, it is one of the things that all of the Caribbean countries engage in when they try to get attract flights. Those agreements with airlines. Of course, the older, more established ones, whose tourism product has grown over years of having an airport, maybe at a more advanced stage, I may not be spending as much, but they all do. We have a call. Let's take this call. Call, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Marshall.
Morning.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Yeah, give thanks for Denny.
Hope I didn't do any well good.
Okay. Yeah, man, good morning. I see you bleeding this morning, man, and the last caller, the one before, I really say something which is very important. Now, when that country is speaking and bad mouthing this and going in, let them go ahead. Because Dr. Guns are already going here anywhere educating Vincent and in this country, because when Dr. Guns go outground, promote the country, wherever you go. And so when they're talking here, when you want a handful of them talking here, nonsense, the people overseas worldwide no difference. That is why you're making inroads and still up on the UN. So let the country speak. And when they speak, it's more deeper and deeper. They're going to stay in a position. Because the enemy, they are a lot of them are the enemy of the state. And you have a radio station where you are Tuful and Kuful and what you call it. And promoting that nonsense and violence. Start talking. Let it continue, man. When they continue, I like when they continue doing that, because it's more fall and fall they stay in a position until they agree. Because they will never rule this country. Again, you have another party to come forward to move this unitary party. And I'm saying that by God blessing. And I know for sure, we are continuing doing the good work. God bless Sydney's and the Grenadines. That God put that concept there for wise purpose. Because we were in shambles, in darkness, and backwardness. And now Dr. Gonzalez come educating the nation, here and abroad, and educating the Caribbean, and also worldwide. A lot of bad mouth, jealousy, and envy. So let them continue to talk. You do work, man, continue. God bless you, Mr. Grannies, and they will stay in the position till they go. God bless you. Continue doing your work, man. I'm
Yeah, good one. Yes, man. You know, the challenge I have with the statements that the class caller made, and those are his opinions. Naturally, he said that they promote all sorts of violence and so on and so forth, and in some instances they do. Yes, dog whistles. But he's glad when it happens because they will stay in opposition to the degree. Well, you know something? As much as I love the fact that the ULP is in government, developing the country, if it is coming at the expense of a peaceful savings and revenues, I can't be happy for that part. Yeah, they promoting nonsense. Yeah, absolutely. They promoting nonsense. But I ain't happy that they promoting nonsense because unfortunately it is taking root. That rubbish is taking root in some hearts and minds of Vincentians, and it's creating them to act, and behave in a particular way. And at this stage in our national development, we don't have time and room for that. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break because we've been going for a little while. So let's take a quick break. I get some word from our sponsors, and when we come back, we continue with our discussion.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$100,000. The Super 6 jackpot from midday Tuesday, February 21st. It's $200,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Located at Mackey's Hill with a picturesque and panoramic view of Kingstown and surrounding areas is Murray Heights Hotel. Offering 29 fully air-conditioned rooms with cable TV, mini fridge, hot and cold shower, and telephone. At Murray Heights, we provide a varied menu from local to international cuisine. For reservations, call us at 451-2299. We also provide a professional catering service for all events. Available is our conference room with wireless internet to facilitate seminars and workshops. At Murray's Heights, there's spacious parking. Our rates are unbelievable with discounted offers for groups. Murray Heights Hotel, your home away from home.
Customize your kitchen exactly how you like it. At Jake's Kitchen, we supply natural British hardwood cabinets for all purposes, like over the hood and standard wall cabinets with wine and plate racks and different accessories to choose from. And Jake's Kitchen has the very best white and stainless steel microwaves, stoves, and fridges with water dispenser. And we've got items for other parts of the house too. Give your kitchen that posh Hollywood look for the best price in the land. At Jake's Kitchen, open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays and until 12 Saturdays. Jake's Kitchen, upstairs, Caribbean Glass, Grenville Street. Call 456-2126. Email sales.caribglass@vincisurf.com.
For all your bakery needs, check out Alan Smith Family Bakery, the leading bakery in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, makers of the famous hard dough. We specialize in wedding and birthday cakes. Alan Smith Family Bakery carries a wide range of products including beef and chicken patties, cookies, dinner rolls, croissants, and currant rolls. We supply bread to the Grenadines, Windward, and Leeward sides of the island. Contact us at 457-8317, 457-8550, or you can fax us at 457-7765. Email us at allfam@vincisurf.com. Alan Smith Family Bakery is located along the main road in the Camden Park Industrial Estate. We are open Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Saturdays until 4:30 p.m., and on Sundays and public holidays from 9 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. And remember, if you miss anything from the van in town, check with the little man with the big van, or call and place your orders today. So whether it's bread for your family or something for your sweet tooth, call Alan Smith Family Bakery today.
Are you looking to advertise your business, an event, or even want to make a public announcement? Well, look no further. Starframe is currently offering the lowest advertising packaging on the island. Yes, that's right. We offer the lowest rate for aired commercials, done in our studio or pre-recorded. So give us a call. Our number is 453-7827. That is 453-7827. Or email us at marketing@star983fm.com. Once again, it's marketing@star983fm.com.
Are you looking for the best in eye care at the most affordable price? Then come to Optical Solutions. We're located in Stony Grounds at the Gap above Color Supermarkets. Our wide-ranging services include comprehensive eye exams, laser treatments, eye surgeries, and prescription glasses. At Optical Solutions, you pay half the price paid elsewhere on all prescription glasses. Also available is a wide variety of frames and sunglasses to choose from. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 453-2221 or WhatsApp 454-1304. Optical Solutions, the solution to all your eye problems.
Miss, hey miss, come over. Take a look at my necklaces now. I have one that would be perfect for you. Miss, hey miss. Fine. All the coming to people island to look and then what buy nothing now. Cheap self.
Excuse me, miss. You know what you just did? That was the wrong way to get the tourist attention to buy your product.
Wrong way, sir? I ain't studying wrong or right way. I just want to sell me necklace them and go home. I get the attention any which way I can.
While everybody trying to sell their crafts, you have to bear in mind that tourists come here to enjoy our country and relax. And they don't want to be harassed. We want them to browse and walk around and choose for themselves whatever they want to do, what they want to buy.
Tourism is for me. Tourism is for you. Tourism is everyone's business. Live it, love it, embrace it.
At the People's Pharmacy, we've put our mission at the center of our name. We are people-centered, and every day we renew this commitment to providing products and services that help our valued customers lead healthier and happy lives. The People's Pharmacy fills prescriptions promptly and accurately, and also offers a wide range of vitamins and supplements, plus generic medication for everything from an upset stomach to the common cold. We offer toiletries and baby care items, skincare and hair care items too. All that coupled with a friendly, knowledgeable, and efficient staff to ensure customer satisfaction every time you shop. The People's Pharmacy offers extended opening hours, 8 in the morning to 8 p.m., Mondays through Saturdays. For more information, give us a call at 456-1170. The People's Pharmacy. We go further to serve you better.
She said I'm worth nothing. He said no one would believe me. Why she keeps hitting me? I'm so scared. It hurts. I don't want to go home. Don't touch me there. Help me. Help me. Help me.
If you think reporting is uncomfortable, think about how they feel. During the COVID-19 pandemic, children are still at risk for being abused by people they love, people they know, people they trust. If you suspect a child is being abused, call the Child Development Division at telephone number 456-2949 or report it to the police. Don't wait until it's too late. We can help.
This message is brought to you by the Child Development Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization in collaboration with UNICEF and funded by USAID.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
On Tuesday, February 21st, there'll be thousands of dollars to be won. A lotto jackpot of $63,000. A new home, car, or that college education.
Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Next Lotto jackpot, $63,000.
That could have been you. An accident that could have been avoided because your tires had almost no grip on the road. Safety is a factor that should never be overlooked when it comes to your car or whatever you drive. SBG Tire Sales and Services in Balls Avenue and in Arnisvale carries a wide selection of quality new tires to fit any car, truck, minibus, or SUV so you can experience a comfortable and safe commute every time. We are agents for the world's most reliable brands on and off the road, including Kenda Tires, the king of the mountain, Cooper Tires, king of the road and track, Ostone, the king of the outback, and High Fly, the king of the Asian highway. We also carry new tires for light or heavy-duty trucks from MRF, High Fly, and Linglong. A reliable set of new tires keep you, your passengers, and your payload always in the safe lane. So when you need quality tires with reliability at 100%, choose SVG Tire Sales and Services in Kingstown, 457-1467, or in Arnisvale, 456-6444. SVG Tire Sales and Services. Performance and reliability proven when the rubber meets the road.
Yes, it's never again. Look before you leap. We not come back. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching you and me on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Oh, yes, we're too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Oh, yes, we're standing firm for another term. Too far to turn back now. 2001, when the journey began, we knew the road ahead would not be easy, but we prevailed and held the wheel, building our SPG for everything. See, look at progress for all to see. Yes, we're working very hard to build this country. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching you and me on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Oh, yes, we're standing firm for another term. Too far to turn back now. This country means too much to me. So we now go turn the country back over to LDP. Tell them I say that will never be. They will never stop the progress of the wealthy. When times are up, we will never give up. Now the country moving on, never returning back. I say the whole of Labour voting. Yes, we voting. Yes, we voting. I say the whole of Labour voting. We voting this time. And it's the UFP we voting. Yes, we voting. Yes, we voting. I say the UFP we voting. You will be all the time. Too far to turn back now.
All right, we reach back. And let me say good morning again to all those who are listening and those who are just joining the YouTube. So those of you who want to comment, there's a comment section right there. It's just like Facebook, you know. Look for the comment section right there and you can type in your comments and be a part of the program. Let me say good morning to my comrade Anis Bling. Because all the comrade Anis be Anis, don't know his number for star. So you tell me last week you are calling, but you don't know your number, right? So let me and I promised them that I would start to repeat the number for Star Radio. So the number for Star Radio is 451 7827. 451 7827 for those who may want to call. And I guess because we've been doing this for so long and people are used to calling, we just assume that everyone knows the number. But chatting with Anis last week, I met her on a hobby and so on, and She didn't know the number. I said, Lord, and she knows that number. So 451-7827 is the on-air number. And the WhatsApp number to send your WhatsApp or make your WhatsApp call is 534-7827. The good thing about Star Radio is that the last 4 digits spell the word star. So if you have a touch-tone phone, just spell star, STAR, and that's 7827. So all of our numbers, the only thing you have to try and remember is the first 3. It's 451 if you want the studio. It's 453 if you want the office. And it's 534 if you're calling WhatsApp. But the last 4 digits are the same, 7827. All right. So just for those who don't have the number, and again, let me also commend and thank those who are joining us on YouTube. It's a new thing because we only tried it last week, Friday, for the first time, and I'm trying to get into the feel of YouTube because it gives a really good stream, a good quality stream. And it also allows you, one, to cast your screen on your TV to watch Star Morning Scoop on your television, or going to the app itself on your smart TV. Because I know these days, technology, everything's smart, everybody's smart, right? Okay. Okay, fine, no problem, Miss Paris. So all those who have the smart TVs, like your smartphone, go on your TV, look for the YouTube app, and you can watch us straight on your TV. We have a call. Let's take this call. Caller, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Marshall.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah. I just want to go back a little bit from the beginning of Star Radio. We started listening, and I was wondering, boy, I wonder if Star Radio going to make it, if you're going to be able to compete with the others. But when you listen back then to Clem and Mr. Elson Quick, how hard they worked to break down all of the lies that was coming from the other side, especially Mr. Lynch of blessed memory. And I was even thinking, but without maybe the VLP can win no more election again.
Right.
The amount of lies that was putting down, But I still thank Star and give commendation to them others who was there. Especially Mr. Bala of blessed memory. I listen to him a lot. And I thank you guys for getting the information out. Because without that, the other side ain't really had nothing. All them, they don't really come with facts. All they do is talk. And they don't want nothing good for this country. And the reason for saying all these things is because they think about getting into parliament. And they don't really think about the country. And I'm so happy that we have Star Radio. And thanks to Comrade Julian. But one more thing I wanted to say before I go. Mr. Ferdinand is one of the young persons who always get his thing right, get his facts together. And when you listen to him in the daytime, you're really, really working hard. Not taken away from you, see, and I know you was there a very long time. He's a veteran on the radio getting information out. And Mr. Denny and others. But I wanted to know from you all, there's promise by some of the ministers them that they will come on and so on at night. And we don't want the radio station to be dormant at night. We just play music. Bing has been working very hard to make sure people listen to the radio, which is a good thing, and Lady M. But the radio station is there to give people the information and to knock down all the lies that coming from the other side. And they know that too. That is why you see today, every single project in this country, they shoot it down. Can you imagine, Mr. Marshall? Them in office, they don't want no kind of project whatsoever. No education revolution, nothing. What would have happened to this country? the civil servants and the public servants them that we got, maybe you might have just got a few. And you'd have them overworking, and then they get no quality, nothing going on in the country. But thank God for Dr. Rafi Gonsalves. He's well known throughout this world. And St. Vincent is on the path of high quality development. Some of them who talking and toting off them out, they will see what will be happening in about the next 10, 15 years from now, where the development of this country is concerned. Especially the young people are not listening to them. Especially those who are 5 years and 10 years under the NDP today. Some of them are poor people, children who is lawyers and doctors and all kind of things. And we will continue to develop this country, and this country will be a beacon in the OECD, and we will develop. And thank God for the airport.
Absolutely.
Mr. Marshall, are listening to you?
Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much. That was an important interjection there, because I started this morning by saying exactly that the importance of Star Radio, especially now when we have so much information to go to get out, because left to some, all they would spread are lies and propaganda to try and make SVG look horrible. And they would brag about St. Kitts and Nevis and other things, other places, but never about their own country. Never about their own country. Star Radio started, 2008, Bling? And I wasn't on Star Radio 2008. As a matter of fact, I believe I was doing commentary at midday on a WeFM during those periods, calling in on the morning program and doing commentary at midday for them. I joined Star Radio in May or thereabout of 2009, April, May, as part of the Youth Line program. Myself, my brother Marlon Joseph, and young senator at the time, Sabuto Caesar. And I say at the time, because you all know, vex me if you are, you all. Let me say like, rest him and tell fireman, you all. At that time, newly appointed Senator Sabuto Caesar. And so the three of us took up the charge on Tuesdays to do the Star Youth Line program back in 2009. So that's where it started on Star Radio. And it wasn't until, just like now, Denny had to perform functions as part of the CDC board in 2010, and he was going to be out for about a week and a half, that I was asked to fill in the morning for Denny when he was out, and the rest is history. Then he came back, then he asked me to stay and be part of the 1-2 combination of the morning scoop, and that was it there. And I must say I've enjoyed working on Star Radio, or being on Star Radio, because it's not work really. It's a labor of love. It's a labor of love, because I know it pains me when I see and hear some of what is out there as information. And so I have to play my part, play my role in ensuring that people are informed. No, I always say, when I come here, it's not about you have to believe me or you have to agree with me, but rather, I never heard that or I never knew that. Let me think about this for a second. So this morning, as you heard me read all of the comments, or I didn't read all, some of the comments there. Again, just hit the live chat button. Yeah, if you want to make a comment, there's a live chat button. Morning, Uncle Louis. I see you today enjoying the YouTube look. When I read some of the comments on the weekend, I thought I have to comment on this on radio. It's a public forum. And individuals have expressed their comments publicly, and so I can refer to those public comments. And I found some of those comments to be seriously disappointing, especially knowing some of the individuals they come from. Some I understood immediately. I understood that their comments were driven, had as their foundation politics. It doesn't matter what the ULP does, they have nothing. So Alex Tennant, Sutherland, and so on, politics. Politics. All of his comments, politics. Just rank, dirty politics. You follow him on Facebook and you know that. You just call my name, so I could call your name too. Because you make it public. I was disappointed with some of the comments on this. Like, this is our airport, our single largest national project. And already, I don't need to wait on the ECCB or the Caribbean Tourism Organization or the World Tourism Organization, if there's such an organization, yes there is, or the IMF or the World Bank to tell me that since the opening of the Argyle International Airport in 2017, that air access to St. Vincent and the Grenadines has significantly improved with more flights coming in weekly. I don't need the IMF or any organization to tell me that because I live here. I see it. If nothing else, common sense, rational, and reasoning says to me that the simple fact that there are 4 international carriers offering international direct flights to St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the Argyle International Airport, something that did not exist at Iti Joshua, common sense, reason, and a rational tell me that there has been significant improvement in air access and air travel to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But no, some people were the data. Let Jeffers were the data. Ivona Bradley was the data. Present the data to convince me that things have improved and flights have improved and air access has improved, that they increased flights and visitors coming to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Present the data. Let me see the paper from the IMF or the World Bank. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. If you are thinking rational human being, can sit down with your own finger and reckon and say, well, these 4 planes never used to fly before. So yeah. If you can't sit down and say, well, before we only had Liat coming in, and yes, you had X amount of flights a week on Liat, but a lot of these flights, except the flights were coming from maybe Barbados and possibly Trinidad, the flights were underbooked, and that's why that is one of the reasons why Liat was not very profitable, because a lot of the flights were half empty. And it's amazing to hear people talk about, oh, it's cheaper to go to Miami from St. Lucia than to fly. Those were the same comments they made about Liat. They used to cuss and say, I could fly on JetBlue for $400 return from Barbados to New York, and it's almost $400 from St. Vincent to St. Lucia on Liat. They made the same comments. We knew what air travel was with Liat going to different destinations. It's $200 something US to go Barbados, cheapest flight. And before I do so, that first set of cheap flight gone out, it's close to $300 to go Barbados, US. I could have gotten a return flight from Orlando to Barbados, so $149 US on JetBlue. They regurgitated the same old foolishness because they were beat up on the airport. Let me take a final call. Caller, good morning.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The same. The I am monkey fine. Expose your head.
I just had a sip of my drink and you almost made me spit it out. But it's all right.
Two things quickly. One, those people asking for data, they will accept the data if the data says
Confirms their bias.
they want it.
Once it confirms their bias. Yes, absolutely.
Right. Because remember, whenever the IMF gives a positive report on St. Vincent, the opposition usually take it to task. But when the same IMF give a report that is not so favorable, they embrace it. Second thing, I can't for the life of believe people are so stupid as to make a comparison between a destination that is just over 5 years old, right, in terms of international flights, and long-standing destinations where thousands upon thousands, hundreds of persons are traveling back and forth. The airfare must be cheaper. What is that rocket science? Ian?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
People need to make use of the education revolution. They really need to make use of the education revolution so that they'll stop opening their mouth and let out the garbage that is 90% of the brain. I can't.
All right. Well, since that caller called already, I will give you all an additional last call. So more than one last call. That's the call, right, Kemi? That's the call. So we'll take one more call before we go. And I can wait for it. But you're right. If you are telling me that what you're seeing happening at Argyle, what you know to be happening at Argyle, is insufficient for you to conclude that, if nothing else, it has improved access and increased access significantly over it, Joshua, then you definitely have a bias and you just want something to conform your bias. That's all. Final call coming in. Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, darling. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. I get the number this morning.
Turn on the radio.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, it slipped me before, and when I remember, I said, wait, let me see the number for Anis, because Anis must have did well walk call about the airport when she don't fly down for how much time, and she happy for, and she wants to say something, but she can't say nothing because she don't know the number. So let me get you the number, please.
Yes. What I will say, a lot of people who don't travel, maybe don't have nobody abroad, they don't care. Whether you for ULP, NDP, you should be congratulating that airport. Nobody know how we suffer coming home here, getting our things taken away in Barbados, holding us back so we could miss our flight and have to spend our money there where we should bring it home. They treat us bad.
Yeah.
Imagine I used to be getting random pick. After I done go through on immigration and say me, I used to get a lot of random pick. And I was living in Barbados for 9.5 years. Had my papers for it. Have a daughter there. And they was just picking me out. Even when I come back from burying my family, I come home to bury 3 people. And when I going back, I don't have my head hot up, and this still is my sister had to cool me down. I tell them, stop touching me and stop putting the hand between my legs. So I don't know what that was all about. And then I tell my sister, that's it. I'm not going to Barbados anymore. I even give up the passport. I done. When Bajan asked me, where you build your house? In Barbados? I said, no, hell no. I gone back to St. Vincent. I'm a Vinci. So I go to Trinidad, and I encourage a lot of people to go over to Trinidad, and a lot of people start going to Trinidad and say the flight was better. You never get treated like that in Trinidad. They hold us back forward to spend our money there. There was wicked people. Even the Leah, they used to hold us back too, and they could have helped us, them people in Barbados. I am happy. All my friends, them are happy. Whether you're NDP, ULP, I really don't care. That we could come home. Imagine we came down twice last year. We came down in May, and when we get picked up at the airport, the guy take us straight for lunch. We land down half an hour earlier. We went and get lunch. We had lunch in St. Vincent. I called back and bragging up. And then we came back for Christmas. And the same thing. And not even that. We get hold back because there was so many Vincentians was coming home. I thought it was carnival or something given away in St. Vincent. If you see people come home on that December 14 flight with us, they had only 10 Trinidadians. And they keep announcing it. This flight is non-stop to St. Vincent.
Yes.
They keep announcing it.
Yes.
St. Vincent non-stop.
Yes.
And everybody was clapping. And we didn't even know that they had to hold us back a little because we didn't even check. Because the flight was too much. So they had to switch a plane. It's the biggest aircraft I ever see. The thing long. It's longer than an anaconda. I'm telling you.
I just gave myself this
If
morning.
you see a size of plane, I couldn't believe. They tell us they're sorry for the inconvenience. They had to switch the plane. It was so many passengers for the flight. And I just had friends come down for 2 weeks, and the flight was full. But they gone back. Right? My friend Lavon texted me. She said, what happened to you? You ain't coming back from St. Vincent? So I text you back and say, it's my home.
Of course. I
love every one of them calling me, texting me. When you coming home, I won't tell them.
You're home.
I tell them I'm home. And when Vincent he asked me that get me upset. I said, are they in your house? Why you asking me that? I'm a born Vincent. The last time I checked, I was born down at Kingston General. And my board paper, go and look in wherever they have them now. And you will see I'm a born Vincent. Stop asking me that. I don't like it.
When you're going back, like if you're not at home. Yeah?
Yeah, when I going back. You ain't gone back yet? St. Vincent is them on? They know I have a house there? So I'm there in the house.
Your roots are here, man, and you're home.
And they're going to see me again.
Of course.
Because I'm leaving Wednesday.
Okay, well, safe flight.
So everybody will be happy. Them down here will be happy if I gone, and them up they will be happy I reach back.
All right, we come right. Have a good one.
I don't know these people too much.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's just too much.
It's too much.
It's just too much.
They don't know where we were going through. We cry many times, and them able to have a sleep on them hard things.
But I don't even know if it's that they don't know. It's to me, it's a certain level of unpatriotic kind of attitude where, because you have a bias, you're not willing to accept anything positive for the country. It's really unfortunate.
I see it.
It's really unfortunate.
I just get in too much argument down here with people, so I go back. Because I can't take them. Because I always have to defend Ralph. I always have to defend Ralph.
Yes.
And I see nothing different what Ralph do than with the other party they was doing, right? And I don't want to get into it. Because it's the same shit was going down when I was living here. And that's why I go away. So, it's the same shit. And if somebody tell you come by them 4 o'clock in the evening and it's not working hours, you know we're going to come. So stop it.
Good morning. Have a good one. Eh? Thank you very much. Take care.
Yes. So I love all you. I love ULP. I always will remain on ULP. And I was with Dr. Gonzalez from the first time he ran from the slum, facing in the jail, I could tell them I used to go with Dr. Alphonse, right? But I had to leave because of certain
circumstances.
Things went down, so I go. So I make a better life. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
And I stay in ULP.
Too far to
Out
turn
of
back
all
now.
my mother children, I is a ULP. She called me the first time he went and she said, "Oh God, your party win. Tell Ralph, don't throw me out in the city." I said, "Stop it. Stop it." Yes, we got to show the old people out in the city. It's chopping it, all this stupid thing.
Yes,
So,
comrade. All right, comrade.
I'm good.
All right, fantastic.
And my family will tell you that. I'm always a ULP. Always. Nobody can change anything.
Too far to turn back. Too far to turn back.
So see you later.
All right, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Okay, bye.
And I think that's a very good way that we could end the program. But the whole bias though, you know, I had to comment on it because I couldn't believe that the bias was where it is. The level of bias is where it is today. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. That people are willing to talk bad, pull down the country, refuse to accept positives, simply because of whatever their biases that they have. I couldn't believe that. But aside from myself, nobody didn't tell me. I see it for myself. And I really wish we could get to the point where, as Vincentians, we can honor and appreciate what we have. You know, the comrade said she defending. She will defend, and she has to spend time defending. Why do I need to defend somebody who's educating Vincentian children? I have to defend that? Why do I have to defend somebody whose policies, his government's policies, allowed poor people to afford houses across this country? 100% mortgage, give a cheap land, sell cheap land to poor people, build low income, middle income homes. I have to defend them for that. I have to defend them for doing that. I have to defend them for making sure that all 12-year-olds can go to secondary school. I have to defend them for awarding over 900 bursaries and tuition assistance scholarships this last year. I have to defend them for building an international airport that allows international direct flights. I have to defend them for building polyclinics and upgrading clinics across this country. I have to defend them for that. I thought you defended someone who was guilty of wrongdoing. I thought you defended people who were guilty of wrongdoing, but encouraged and celebrated those who are doing good by you. I thought you defended those guilty of wrongdoing, but encouraged and celebrated those who are doing good by you. So for the construction of the airport at Argyle, I encourage that. For the construction of the jet port in Canawan, I encourage that. For the construction of hundreds of low, middle, and no-income homes, I encourage that. For giving poor people land at 10 cents and 50 cents a square foot, I encourage that. For ensuring that our 12-year-olds have access to secondary education, I encourage that. For overseeing the largest population of university students, Vincentian University students across the world. I encourage that. I'm not defend well for that. That needs a defense. Okay then. Let me thank you so much for tuning into this morning's program. And yeah, liking the YouTube, I really do. And I hope that more and more comrades will get used to the YouTube. So what I'll trend on mornings, what I'll do on mornings is I'll post the link on the Facebook page. But by now, you should have subscribed to the YouTube channel already so that you get the notification once we're on. But I would post the link there so that you can go there, click on the link and come straight to the YouTube channel and get the interaction until we are able to multi-stream. Yeah, until tomorrow morning, God's willing, when Bling and I are back with you for another program. This is Sion Marshall wishing you a fantastic Monday.
Anyone can rule my country with the right capability. They could be white, yellow, or black. We ain't having no problem with that.